Well, the alliance formed in war has flourished in peace. Those are the words of US President Joe Biden extolling Washington's 70-year alliance with Seoul. For his part, South Korea's president will address a joint session of Congress next hour, applauding that friendship. This is part of President Yoon Suk-yeol's state visit to Washington. On Wednesday here, Mr. Biden announced a security agreement to deter North Korean aggression. Well, CNN's Paula Hancocks joins us now from Seoul for more on all of this. Good to see you, Paula. So the US and South Korea, as we've been discussing, announced this key security agreement yesterday, which means sending a nuclear-armed submarine to South Korea. Some have asked why publicize that when this is a weapon designed for stealth. What sort of reaction are you hearing in the region from North Korea and China?
Well, Lynda, it's interesting. We haven't heard anything at all from Pyongyang up until this point, considering this agreement. The Washington Declaration is very much focused towards trying to deter the threat that South Korea feels from the increased missile launches and testing and declarations from Pyongyang and Kim Jong-un. What we have heard, though, is a reaction from Beijing. We have heard that Washington actually went to speak or spoke to Beijing and pointed out that this declaration was coming ahead of time, saying it is preventative and it is intended to deter North Korea, and there is nothing that Beijing should be worried about. But that is not the way that Beijing saw it. They oppose the fact that there will be this US nuclear submarine being deployed in Korean waters. And the quote is from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs: the reactions, the actions of the US reeks of Cold War mentality. We're also hearing from a presidential office official here in South Korea that this deployment could happen within weeks.
Wow. It's quite incredible. And I understand we're just getting some vision in that I just want to show our viewers of the South Korean president actually walking through Congress right now. He is going to speak to Congress next hour. He's there with House Speaker McCarthy. I do want to ask you about what we can expect when he does address the Congress in the coming hour, given that he spoke a lot yesterday about the alliance, about the key values that they share in terms of freedom. But before that, I just want to show some vision from last night's state dinner of the South Korean president performing American Pie. Take a listen.
We know this is one of your favorite songs, American Pie.
A long, long time ago, the day the music died.
It certainly looks like that state dinner went very well. So what can we expect when he addresses Congress next hour?
Well, Lynda, we had a standing ovation after that little interlude, so let's see if he gets a standing ovation from Congress for not his singing, but his politics. So certainly that went down extremely well last night. What he is expected to say to Congress today is likely to be very much a focus on the 70-year alliance between the US and South Korea. This is the reason that President Yoon Suk-yeol has this state visit to Washington. Of course, the extended deterrence being strengthened is all part of that as well. But this is very much the message that he wants to give across. The fact that the US and South Korea are very close. He has put his legacy really on his relationship with the United States, and that will be the resounding message.
All right, we will be following that closely next hour, and we'll speak to you at that time. Paula Hancocks, thanks so much.